Welcome, welcome via finger guns to a wonderful, belated, much anticipated episode of Matt and Mike and Steven's X-Files CCG. What are we doing tonight, Steven? It's mind-blowing!
Yeah, after the better part of a year, I'm happy to say that we are proud to present the final matchup in the 2024 X-Files CCG Virtual Tournament. We started this at the end of March, and we are now finally eliminated. We had, how many contestants do we have? 16? 14?
Why don't we take a look
We
at
had
that?
14. Sorry, it's been that long. Sorry, we had 14 contestants, and we've eliminated all but 2. We are down to the final 2, Mike.
Indeed, we are. I'd like to take a moment to talk about our final 2 really quickly. First and foremost, we've got Kurt Richardson, who has been a powerhouse through this tournament. In fact, beating legally his own daughter at the game, the defending.
Yeah, if that's not cutthroat, I don't know what is. Right?
I'm sure she's watching tonight. Chris, you got some cool stuff at File Fest, so hope to see you again there.
Yeah, it's true.
And then let's talk about our other contestant, Mr. John Wood.
I gotta say, John Wood. He was the surprise. He was a big surprise because, as we know, during the regular season, he had a staggering 0 wins, 3 losses, but completely turned that around in the playoffs. It was just like flicked on the switch. The stars just suddenly realigned themselves, and he's won every playoff game since we entered the playoffs. And those games have been the most exciting and the most surprising in the outcomes because, and I just really like the play style, just throwing caution to the wind, putting those guesses out there in the most clutch manner you can think of in playing this game, and came out with the W each time.
Yep. So, couple of housekeeping items to go into this tournament, this finale. We did kind of amend the rules a little bit after one of the semifinal games. So, agent effects can only be used when you are the investigating player, with obviously that one exception that you know about.
Yes.
Right. And, if there's any problems, as always, either of you, Stephen and I will be hanging out here. My internet connection is not great, but, I'll be here, ask questions if you need us to intervene. But other than that, we're just going to let you guys go. Can we bring them in, Stephen? Can you bring them in?
Let's do it. Let's bring in these gentlemen from Louisiana. We have John Wood, and John, I've got your X-File, and I've got your deck, and I got your team of agents, which you'll introduce momentarily. And I also have your contender for this final matchup. We have Kurt Richardson from Indiana. And Kurt, I also have your X-File, and I got your deck, and you'll introduce your agents once Mike and I head to the back. And so, gentlemen, this game's been a long one coming, and I'm very excited to see the outcome. Any words, questions, concerns before Mike and I head backstage?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Excellent. Have a great game, guys. And as Mike said, his internet's a little choppy, but I'll be around, so I can come in to referee if we are so needed. But yeah, good luck to both of you. And I mean, regardless of the outcome, both of you guys are going to get some great prizes after this wraps up. So that's still doesn't take away from the excitement for this matchup. But nevertheless, I wanted to point out that both of you guys have played some excellent games and are well deserving of the prizes that are coming your way. So good luck to you both.
Exactly. Good luck, guys.
Thank you, folks. I can intro mine once the table comes up.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. We're going with Burke, Manners, Agent Henderson, Mulder, and Osteen. This is the X-File. I'll push it to the side a little bit so it doesn't get confused. Bureau deck. Discard. I'm going to use these for the resource. I'll just keep you updated with resource and conspiracy. This is conspiracy and resource. I just made this deck today, so I'm fully expecting to get my ass kicked in record time.
Oh, no problem. going with the same team I used last time. Bruckman. I got Manners, Holstein, Fred, Burke, and Henderson.
Awesome.
So I'll go ahead and
All right,
shuffle.
do we have? I guess we can roll a dice to see who's doing.
That sounds good.
You want evens or odds?
Uh,
You want to roll? Yeah,
high.
you roll. Go for it.
Oop. I got a 6. What you got?
I don't have a single dice. I have a D20. So why don't we re-roll and just do? You want evens or odds?
Let's go odds.
Okay.
You want me to roll or you?
I can roll. I'll get a 20. It's 10. So it'd be even.
Okay.
All right. I guess I will do agents first. Or active player first. All right. Apologies for what y'all are about to witness. It has been a minute because I have been extraordinarily busy and haven't had a game in a hot minute. Oh, wait. Do you want to cut deck?
Oh, yeah. You want to cut deck?
I just realized that as I was doing that.
Do one. Do one.
I'll leave those answers. I'm reshuffling. Let's cut 3 on you.
3.
And what do you want? You want me to cut?
Yeah, just one time. It's good.
Just one time.
Yep.
Let's slide it over. 5, 5. All right. So let's create resource. I have 1 from Hosteen, 2 from Mulder, 1 from Henderson, and 1 from Burke for a total of 5. Pushing me up to 10. And I will buy 3 cards, which will put me to 7. And whatever you would like to sell or purchase, you are up.
Okay. I will sell a Hack into Government Files, The Thinker, Nurse Owens, Shotgun, and Hospital Crash Card. Because that's all I got this time. So 22, 26, so 31. And I will buy 11.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay. So before I go any further, I'm going to spend 2 to play a friend in the FBI, which to do the same thing where it doesn't cost, will be at 7, but I only have 8 on it. Keep up with that. 8. Before I go, also, I'm going to discard a token from Hosteen to take a gander at Ye Old Hand.
Okay. I have a site, another site, got the Thinker, No One So Paranoid, Hack into Government Files, Miss Mulder, Hard Evidence, another No One So Paranoid, Alien Stiletto, The Dark Angel, Unexplainable Time Loss, The Manitou, and Die Hands.
Okay. And what is your at 10 right now?
I'm at 20.
Where's
Sorry.
your total is 10?
Total is 20.
20, okay. So we are going to say, let's keep the Manitou from being played.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm going to remove one of Mulder's tokens to play Arlington, Virginia. It is a occult investigation 4+ for an affiliation question. I'm going to move the entire team over there. And you are up to drop any bluffs or anything if you want.
No bluffs.
Okay. So as of right now, I have 9 for occult investigation.
Okay.
Is there anything that you would like to play?
I will play the Dark Angel.
Okay. All right. I'm going to remove Burke's token to negate an occult adversary, which I believe that is.
Yes, that is an occult.
Okay. I don't know if you have anything else to play.
I'll play my Die Hands for 7.
Okay.
And I can search for an occult adversary, I believe it is.
Yep.
And play it for 0. If I have one in here. Yes, I do have another Dark Angel.
Okay.
Also, Kurt, just we kind of remind everybody of this from time to time. It's been a while. Just watch your hand because you can see your hand.
Yeah.
On one of the cameras. Yeah, just be careful.
All right, let me check one thing. Oops. Okay. I'm going to remove a manners token to search to my bureau deck and add a witness.
Okay.
Should be the Calusari. And then I will spend 2 to play the Calusari to negate 1 occult creature. Okay, you go and discard. Okay, and do you have anything else left?
No, I don't.
All right, so that would be a successful check, which would give me an affiliation question. Since we have been occulting the whole turn, I'm just going to go ahead and ask, is your affiliation occult?
Yes, it is.
Cool. Okay. All right. So discarding Arlington. I have 8. So let me dispose of
Discarding
1.
those. I'm down to 7.
Guess I'll ditch. Oh, no, I'll probably regret this. Gonna drop an unexplainable time loss. And
I can pass it.
if you are good, you are up, sir.
Yep. Okay. Draw my card. Okay. Ooh, I gotta put tokens down. Hang on. One on him. One on him. 1, 2. Okay. Create my res. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 res. Brings me up to 10.
Okay.
I'll play a hard evidence, which will give me 3 more. Then I will buy 3. And I'll turn it over to you for buying and selling.
I'm going to sell a Callahan 4. And do I want to sell anything else? I will buy 2. So I'll go down to 7. And that will be it.
Then I will use Holstein's token to look at your hand.
All right. Marcus Aurelius Belt, 1 breath, Alien Discretion, Rejuvenating Caves, Nasty Surprise, Unexplainable Time Loss, The Walk, or Detective Thompson.
Let's do the walk.
Okay.
And I will play a Deep Throat.
All right.
That's removed from the game. Let's go. Is your result death?
Let me see. It is not.
Okay, for sites. We will play Los Angeles for 1.
Okay.
That is a occult or evidence collection +5 for an affiliation or method question.
Okay.
I'm sorry, everybody deployed into the field. Any requisition or none of that.
Oh, I'll go. And then what are you investigating as?
Evidence.
Evidence? Okay.
Any bluffs that you'd like to play?
What's your resource currently at?
9 for evidence collection.
Sorry, I'm looking to see. You have Holstein, Nimhauser is not, and then Bruckman. Okay. I will play 2 bluffs on the site.
They're all going to go?
They're all going to go? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be a Detective Thompson and a Nasty Surprise.
What does the Detective Thompson do?
Changes the site prerequisite to bureaucracy 3+.
I will Langley him.
Okay. So that would have gotten me down to 3 for those 2. And then Nasty Surprise, just add 5 tokens to your conspiracy pool. So I'll add that back up. We'll go to 8. Okay. All right. So you are investigating now.
Yep. Anything else for it?
I'm going to spin 2, play Rejuvenating Caves.
Okay.
So that will start at 10. And then I'm going to do something that's probably stupid and might cost me the game, but we shall see. I don't remember. Well, let me block on. Hang on one second. Now we got that. What's your resource at currently?
2.
Okay. I will possibly cost myself the game. I'm going to play the walk.
Okay,
So,
what does that do?
It is subtract 1 from all damage sources applied to this adversary. It is an affiliation prerequisite. It is a 0 long range, 4 close range, 4 health. And however, because I played that, it will be a hosting token use. So you can ask one question about the X-Files.
Okay. So let's guess. Is your affiliation government?
It is not.
And I guess we're doing combat then. What was it?
Yeah, we will then go into combat.
Yeah.
Okay. So its long range combat is 0, but it subtracts 1 from everyone else. Every damage source is subtracted by 1.
So only does 1 damage.
And then however has 2, but I think that's the only one that doesn't have.
Yeah.
All right. So it would do 1 to the walk. And then we would go to close range combat.
I can't do any damage to it with close range.
That there's nobody that has close range also, right? Over 1?
Right.
Okay. Nope. So I will basically just go down, let's see. That's...
You basically put everybody in the hospital.
Yes.
Stop anything. So yeah, everybody be in the hospital.
I actually learned that from staff kicking my ass with a patnick.
Actually, is he an occult adversary?
He is not. He is evolutionary.
That's what I thought. The only thing that could have saved me. So I will throw some damage tokens over here. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. I'm good.
Check my hand. And I have 4 cards left. So I don't think I need to discard any.
Okay.
Did you discard down? We're good to go?
Yeah, I've only got 7. I'm good.
Okay. All right. So first things first. Put in the FBI, go down to 6. Add 2 resources, go to 7. Creating resources 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going up to 12. But with Mulder's thing, I will then buy 2. Okay.
Okay. So my turn for buying and selling. Unless you want to do anything else.
No, that's it for now.
Okay. So a thinker, hack into government files, no one so paranoid, alien stiletto, and shotgun. So that would be 26. Bring me to 29. And I'll buy 9, so I'm at 20.
Okay.
One, two, three, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. I am sightless, so I'm going to use Henderson's token to go through and grab a motive sight. That one's going to work. Okay, I put it in my hand. I will then use Mulder's token to play it. It is Lake Okoboji. It's an alien investigation 4+, and I might ask one motive question. And you might bluff away, sir.
Put 2 bluffs on it.
Okay. I am going to pay 3. Go down to 7. To play Alien Discretion. Play on a team about to investigate a site with Alien Investigation as a prereq. Discard all cards assigned as bluff cards to that site. X is the number of bluffs of the site, so 2 + 1 is 3.
Okay. Get rid of
Were
2
they
laser
bluffs or were they?
barriers. There were 2 laser
Yeah,
barriers.
Oh, nice. Okay. So the whole team is going to go. Currently, I'm sitting at 1, 5,
Okay.
7 Alien Investigation.
Well, then I'm going to play Card Troubles for 3.
Okay, and which one is Card Trouble? Let me see.
You can only send 2 agents to that site. Your choice.
Okay. Can only send 3? Is that what it's saying?
2.
Okay.
2.
Okay, gotcha. All right. I will take that. And Mulder and Hosteen are going to go it alone.
Then I'll play a final choice on Mulder. So it'll bring me down to 8.
And which one is the final? Let me see. That's back here somewhere.
Move Agent Mulder to the hospital. Put 7 tokens on him. You remove a token during each healing phase. Can't leave the hospital until all 7 tokens are removed.
Okay. What is your conspiracy at now?
8.
8. All right. I'm going to spend 4 to play 1 breath to search through a bureau deck for any 1 event card into my hand. It's going to be Langley. And pay another 2 to play said Langley to wait does Langley, can I play that to go against a bluff? That's
Yeah, I believe
played?
you can.
Okay, so I'll play
during the
Langley to
tournament, you
cancel
can
the
use
final
that.
choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I see the yes. So I will cancel the final choice. Card trouble still in play.
Okay. Then I will play Section Chief Joseph McGrath.
McGrath. All right. You might have me on that one. Okay. I'm assuming you're going to send Mulder there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mulder will go to the Bureau. I will not be able to solve or investigate the site correctly. So I will come back, discard like Ogoboji. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in my hand.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, so I'm good.
Okay. So you are good to go, sir.
Okay. That goes away. Draw my card. Play a friend in the FBI. I get no res. And I'll heal.
Okay.
And I believe that will be it for my turn.
Okay, I'm just going to do the one thing, which is Rejuvenating Caves will go up by 2. So that's 3. And I now have 8 left. Okay. And that is that. All right. Now I will now go into the next briefing phase. From the FBI will give me 2, put me up to 3. That goes down to 4. Then I generate 5. That'll put me up to 8. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'll use it by 3. Put me to 5. Okay. And you were up, sir.
That'll be it for my turn.
Okay. All right. So Mulder's going to go into the field. I'm going to have to do something pathetic, which is spend 2 to play a grid pattern search to get Lake Ogoboji back. And then
hang on a second.
Token.
It's the beginning of the turn, right?
Yep.
It's the beginning of your turn, correct?
Was that beginning of my? You sold
you got to
everything,
draw
right?
your card.
Oh, I did not draw a card.
No, I haven't sold anything.
Oh, that's what I was just asking if you were selling.
No, it's beginning. Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's what I was
thought
asking
I was
you.
waiting for you to go. I was the end of my turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh,
So I did draw a card
did you
at the
draw your
beginning.
cards from the beginning?
I did not draw a card at the beginning, no.
Okay.
But I
And then
bought
Mulder
some.
is still
He's in there. He's going to come out to the field.
separate.
But right now he's in the bureau, yes.
Okay.
And yeah, if you need to sell cards and buy
So
cards, by all means, go for it.
I'm going to sell for 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to unexplainable time loss on Mulder.
Okay. I will stay back there. So then I wouldn't have played this yet because we haven't gotten to that.
Right.
Okay.
So then I guess my turn.
Yep.
Draw the card. No res. I get 2 from here. Heal. Healed. And my turn will be over. Oh, you can buy and sell.
Not going to sell anything. No. Then go to my, again, from the FBI, adding 2 and taking it down to only 2 left. The one thing that did happen last time, sorry, we went up to 5 for the rejuvenating caves. Now we're going to 6. 1, 2. Okay. Generating resources 5. So we'll go up to 10. Purchasing cards. I'll buy 3 again. Okay. You can sell, sir.
Sell a Miss Mulder. So that would give me 7 there. And I'll sell a Langley. And I will buy 3. Okay.
Okay. All right. Now, quick question. I did not use Mulder's token last turn, right? Because he stopped when he was still in the bureau, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So he would still have 1 token on. Sorry, I'm just trying to make it. All right. Mulder's going to move to the field then. I'm going to play Reading the Sign. So if the team makes an occult investigation 4+ skill check, and may take 2 conspiracy from the opponent's conspiracy pool and put them in the resource pool.
So you take
So I
2
would
from me.
snag
To you?
2. Was that?
You take 2 from me and you get 2, right?
Correct. So I go to 9.
I'm down to 4.
Okay. I'm going to use Mulder's last token to play Jerusalem, Ohio. And pay 1 to go to Arecibo, Puerto Rico. Jerusalem is occult investigation 4+. You may ask one method question. Arecibo is alien investigation 5+ or computer 5+. You may ask one affiliation question or one method question. I
will play bluff on the what was the Puerto Rico one?
Okay.
That bluff.
Okay. Oh my God, this is gonna be so stupid. I got a feeling I just did a dumb thing, but we'll see how it goes. And what's your conspiracy tokens at?
4.
4. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that bluff on Arecibo. And I'm gonna send the team to Jerusalem. So that is an occult investigation 4+ for a method question.
I will play a squeeze on that one.
And squeeze is what kind of adversary?
Oh, sorry, it's a evolutionary creature.
Evolutionary.
For a method site.
I'm going to
Probably
use.
won't help.
What's that?
I said probably won't help me, but I'm playing them.
Let me take a quick gander.
Long range combat round is skip. Basically, he does 3 damage before you'll kill me or kill him.
Yeah. And its health is 5. But you can take out Hosty. You can take out one of anybody, basically. I'm going to use Manners token to look through. It's evolutionary, you said?
Yes.
I think I put one of these guys in here. Let me see. Yes. For a Dr. Blockhead.
Okay.
That was a terrible shuffle. Apologies. I'm used to having sleeves on these. I didn't have a chance to sleeve them. Okay. Dr. Blockhead in hand. Another 2 to go down to 6. To play Dr. Blockhead to negate an evolutionary creature.
Okay.
And you'll go to
And I
discard.
can't do anything else. So you get your question.
All right. Method question. Let me see real quick. Is your method threats?
No, it's not.
It is not?
No.
Okay. Okay. At 5, I will hold off one more time. That's my phone. All right, I have 8, so I need to discard 1. Oh, Jerusalem goes away. Discard a Waco Kaboji. All right, and you are up.
Okay. I'm a card. No res. I get 2 from up here. So I'm up to 6. And you can buy and sell.
Okay. I get 2 from Rejuvenating Caves. I will not buy or sell anything just yet.
Okay. These guys will all be healed now.
Yeah.
They'll all come out to the field.
Okay.
And I will play 1 site. Excelsis Day House. It's a cult or criminal for 5 for a motive or method question.
And then what do you add for resource?
6. Or sorry, 5, because I had to pay for that.
I'll play 1.
I'm going to send them all.
Okay. So flip it over. It's Detective Thompson again, which would cost me down to 5. It changes the site prereq to Bureaucracy 3+.
Okay, and I don't think I can make that one. I can't stop it.
Gotcha.
And
All
I've
right.
only got 4 cards in my hand.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm going to use one of Manner's tokens and
Okay.
look for a witness. And I will use hers to look for a site.
That makes sense.
And I have no witnesses in there, so that doesn't help me there.
And you good to go?
Yep.
All right. Scratching out the last 2 from putting the FBI. It's discarded. Resource and 5, so I'll go up to 13. And I will buy 3 cards. Okay.
I will sell Nurse Owens and 2 sites to get 10. And I will buy 3.
Okay. And what's your conspiracy at now?
8.
8. Okay. Okay. I'll spend 1 to play Dead Horse Alaska, an Alien Investigation 5+ or Evidence Collection 5+. And it is for a Affiliation or result?
No bluffs.
No plus. Okay. Everyone will go there. I'm currently at 7 for alien investigation.
Oblique. Right.
Okay. I'll pay 2. 7 to play grid pattern search. Look for a discard pile for Langley. We'll pay 2 to go down to 5 to place Ed Langley on that.
Okay. And I have nothing else.
Okay. All right. So we're going to ask a result. Is the result death?
No, it's not.
Okay. One second to think about this. No. I might regret this, like I always do. Is your X-File Colonel Warden?
Yes, it is.
Holy shit!
That's
Holy shit!
Good
And
game.
I will echo that holy shit because wow, John Wood, you have just won the 2024 X-Files CCG Virtual Tournament. Congratulations, sir! And that was a decisive win too, because you were on point from round one. You had all the cards and just enough resources to be able to pay for them in all those clutch moments. Twice, my boy Manners came through with a clutch. And of course, the grid pattern search really helped out. And you got that first affiliation guess right out of the gate. And of course, Kurt, I can't tell you like how demoralizing that must feel when one of your characteristics gets guessed in the first round. It's one of those gut-wrenching feelings, I'm sure, right?
Oh yeah, I like to say he had me down. He took all my agents out with that one card. I mean, there's nothing I could do.
I think that was the play of the tournament. Honestly, like I 6 agents out, gone.
Yeah. And this is not an adversary that we very commonly see. We often see Patnick, who has a similar effect, do the same thing where all the agents are sent to the ICU. But the walk is one where we don't see it played very often because it doesn't have the ability to skip the long range round like Patnick does. So and he costs a little bit more than Patnick. So we're a little less inclined to use the walk. But in this case, John, that was a very good inclusion, especially, and Kurt, that was hard because you had a team of 3 health agents, all of whom are pretty much independent, except for like Nemhauser, and they all are coming in with basically like 1 combat apiece, again, except for Nemhauser. So it really made the team like strong in a lot of their skills and effects, but weak on the combat front. So that's it. And John definitely capitalized on that with that round. That was a crazy wipeout.
I learned that from Nathan. Shout out again.
Nathan, and I believe he's probably sending congrats
with the Darkened Forces, Darkened Forest, and he annihilated me with Patnick. And I also
want to commend, I want to commend John on the play with the grid pattern search that was in to get Langley out there too, and you included all the right witnesses too, because you had the Dr. Blockhead, you had the Kyle Usari, so you really took advantage of the fact that you had Detective Manners on your team to answer any of those adversaries that he threw at you. You took out 2 Dark Angels in one turn. I've never seen 2 Dark Angels played in one round, because Kurt, you're a conspiracy pool master. I've never seen anyone accumulate as much conspiracy points as you have, and you really had like everything to play. And I mean, God, 2 Dark Angels in one turn. But then the next round, you had a final choice. You had McGrath. You had 2 laser barriers. And the crazy thing is, John, and this is why I really have to commend you. You were able to answer a lot of those cards, except he got you with the McGrath at the very end, which out of everything, that was, the more innocuous one compared to getting hit with the final choice, right?
Yeah, it's just one of those, that's the numbers game. Like the conspiracy pool, that's why I kept checking in, because I was like, oh my God, 26. All right, where do I start from here? And so that was the whole thing. And that first round, that's why I guessed Manitou, because I know that can just annihilate you. And the Dark Angel, I've never had a double Dark Angel, and that just so happened to still have the Manners token, the Burke token, or otherwise. A little shady.
Yeah, no, you had the Burke. Both you guys had Burke, actually, and so that obviously plays really well with getting those formidable occult adversaries out of there. Man, this one is definitely one for the books. And again, can't say enough about the game that you guys brought tonight. It was it was riveting. I was really like, oh my God, I'm biting my nails here, because
so on our we can see Steven and I can see the backstage, all the cameras, and we're backstage too, and we can see each other like doing this the whole time. Great game.
Yeah, oh my gosh. And John, oh my gosh, John, that one play where you decided to throw caution to the wind, and you played the walk, which had the hosting token effect cast on it. Oh my God, dude. And knowing that, Kurt could possibly had something to respond.
You couldn't have paid me to make that move.
I mean, Kurt had I think 2 resources, so he could have brought out Blockhead potentially if he had Blockhead to answer in that. Oh man, but yeah, that is one play that not many of us may have done, but it was one of the more decisive plays, because Kurt, unfortunately, that did cripple you for a good 3 rounds really, but you're able to kind of hold in a little bit with your conspiracy counter offense, but the resource pools were running dry at that particular point, because you weren't able to generate resource points from your agents, ergo not be able to buy cards, ergo not be able to sell. That was a really decisive moment in this game.
So the reason I played the walk despite the hosting thing was because that Nathan match, that was the only reason I got that, was playing the thing that he had hosting, because it was just, and I got to ask the same thing he had just asked, which was, is it a government? So I'm like, all right, so he's gonna ask something, but on the off chance that he can't stop this, it's just the calculated risk shit, and just lucked out that time. But
I still have to point out, Kurt, when you sent me your X-File earlier tonight, I made the comment of it was classic tournament X-File, because Colonel Wharton, the Zombie Master, is by far the most reoccurring X-File in this tournament. It has, I don't have my iPad in front of me, but I think this is probably the 5th, maybe even the 6th occurrence, counting regular season and playoffs, that we have seen that particular X-File chosen. And I don't know why. And I know most of you guys just choose randomly. Was that a random choice for you, Kurt?
No, that was because our first game, that's the one I picked in our first game. So
with Jonathan?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, right from game 1. Yeah, we had Colonel Wharton appearing.
Dude,
in it.
You're all about psychological warfare. I still remember that game you and I played, and you're holding up the list, and you're looking up here, and I'm like, oh, he's obviously up there, right? But then you're actually down here. No, I was brilliant. I wasn't even mad.
Wow. Again, congratulations, John. It was like, I mean, we got to see you all throughout the regular season and the playoffs, but this had to be like the game where you were like on point from the moment this game started. And so it was really quite a sight to watch. And so I got to congratulate you. That was a hell of a game.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I had told Steven whenever the first regular season game, it was you and Dave back playing. And the reason I wanted to join the tournament in the first place was just because the last one went wonky because I was such a noob. I didn't know that Langley could stop a bluff that got played. And that kind of cost me the game that I had. And then so I was just like, I just want to play a game and enjoy it. And so after that first one, that's why I always give shout out to Dave. I was like, oh, okay, I like playing. So, and that just made me enjoy it again. And then the 2 against him and Staff, that's where I went 0-3 in. But you learn a lot of shit playing those cats because they know how to play.
Yeah.
And I mean, Nathan kicked my ass the first game. It was a lucky guess. And so, and this actually, if you notice, this deck looks an awful lot like his deck. And that's one of the reasons why I was like, all right, that annihilated me. So I have a feeling that this would probably do the same thing to other people. And so that's kind of why I went with it. And it's just one of those things that playing the wind up like learning from them.
Just sorry to interrupt, John. I was going to ask, did you want to reveal at this point, because obviously it's over. Yeah. How many cards do you have in your bureau deck?
Oh, 100 even.
100 even, yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, and I got to commend you for that because most people go lean and mean with their tournament decks. You usually see tournament decks are usually 60, 70 cards. So that was again another work of crafty deck building because again you had all the right cards that you're able to respond, including the Alien Discretion, which I do want to point out. I do understand the confusion when you pair Langley off with Alien Discretion. Alien Discretion is one where you can only use it before the bluffs are revealed. You can only eliminate face down bluffs. That's Alien Discretion. Langley's a little more beautiful in that he can eliminate bluffs either when they're face down or when they've been revealed. So you're more selective on when you can use Langley because the card text doesn't specify exactly when that the Langley gets played, whereas it does on Alien Discretion. And we got to see you use an Alien Discretion and a Langley tonight. So you made masterful use of both cards.
Yeah, and that's one that it's funny because every time I make a deck, like the first one I made was the same one I used for the last tournament, and that was the one I went 0-3 with. And then for some reason, I was just like, you know what? I like this Angela White Mulder combo, so I played that occult deck the whole time. But then this one goes back to like I was like, Nathan destroyed me in turn 1. So I was like, how did he do it? And that was the same thing with like, had I guessed the affiliation incorrectly, I could use a manners to go get Mrs. Mulder and play. So it's just one of those things where the way it's structured is great. And part of it is, unfortunately, you have to have everything in there to go get it. So it's nice and robust. And I still have a stack left to go through that I think that's probably more than my last couple of decks were. And so, but hey, that was the occult guess was kind of what did it. Because if it was something else, that would have been a lot different.
Yeah. Kurt, couple questions for you, sir. For one, do you want to take a guess at what you think John's X-File was, since that has yet to be revealed?
There's a ton of volcanic spores.
Yeah. Yes. Very good. Wow. Dude, that's a great guess, considering how many you still had left to guess.
Yeah, I'm glad I guessed then, because that was a bit.
You're getting a heck of a lot of prizes too. Just for, I mean, that guess alone, just you got. Hey, speaking of the actually, before we get to the prizes, Mike, Kurt, my second question for you was, how many cards were in your deck? Was this a different deck that you used from the previous games?
No, it's the same one I've used last game. It's the same one I did last game. I don't know exactly how many. I think 60 or so.
Yes, the lean and mean that I was referring to earlier. So yeah, again, a stark contrast in the way the decks were built. Some similarities in some of the agents, but they're obviously, they're like Hosteen, Burke. Those are some top tier agents for including in a tournament deck because they each have the four value in their respective computer and occult investigation, which makes them ideal. And of course, they've got some pretty great effects as well. Hey, Mike. So as we said at the start of this tournament, the gentlemen are each getting a score of prizes for their efforts throughout this tournament. Do you want to take us through what each of them are taking home as the first and second place winner?
Yeah, absolutely. So aside from the uncut sheet of your decks, which I talked to John a little bit earlier about this, as far as if you want to add cards to it or manipulate or whatever, that's fine. Just give me a list. I'll create an image. We'll take it to the printers. I cannot guarantee that it's going to happen before Christmas. Season's coming up, I don't know. We'll get it to you. But in the meantime, John, your choice of one gilded card. I have 3.
And those would be Hard Punch, Kick, and Ambush, all combat cards.
Now, these are all one of a kind. Silver gilded cards. Which one would you like?
Can I think on it?
You can.
I'm literally like shit. I don't know.
They're all combat cards. If Dave Frank was here, he would be like, none of them. Give me a non-combat.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, ambush. I'll do ambush. I like that.
You want ambush?
That's a good choice,
right.
John. That would have been my choice out of those 3, because ambush is the one that I'm actually inclined to use in my deck. Kick, Hard Punch, not so much.
John, your next choice. Are you ready?
Yep.
A signed ultra rare Skinner by Mitch Pileggi or a signed Deep Throat by Jerry Harding.
So this sounds terrible, but I have a feeling that Jerry's gonna be passing much sooner than Mitch is gonna be. So I would take the.
He's in his 90s. Yeah, I would say that's a safe bet. But to each gentleman, their health.
Yeah.
So you'll take
absolutely. He's up there. I didn't thought he was dead already. The Jerry Harding Deep Throat, yes.
All right, you got Jerry.
Great choice.
All right.
And I gotta say, like, we were there. I was there watching him sign it. Mike, it was fun watching each of these guys sign these ultra rare cards.
It was really surreal for me because before we had even set up, like day one, we haven't even set up. I haven't even been over to the other place yet. And I walked in and like no one was flagging anybody. No one was there. But I looked over and there's Jerry freaking Harding just sitting at a table.
He had a white suit on. He had a bow tie. He looked he was the most well-dressed person at File Fest.
All right, John, I'm going to go over a couple more things for you here. You're going to be receiving an original playtest card with the back.
Well, that's actually not a playtest card. That's one of the that's with the line art.
Line art. Sorry.
Now that is more valuable than those playtest cards that we've been seeing all over eBay lately.
Indeed,
sorry, Kurt. I know you're one of the people who's got them out there, but now that right there is hard to come by. So that's the line art for. Was it one of the adversaries you said? Was it Mechanic? Crew Cut Man, yes.
Yeah.
Good one.
And then you're also going to be getting this guy right here. This is a final choice booger card. And I got to tell you, all of these cards for the prizes right here are coming from Mike Mackey.
Yeah,
we love him. We love him. I love you, Mike Mackey. He basically gave us all these cards for the tournament. He probably didn't know how long it was going to take. But I mean, he was selling these things at File Fest. You can see that for $50 a piece because they're extremely rare.
Yeah.
I think it's actually fitting that John's getting that because he negated the final choice spot that Kurt played on him tonight. Yep. Kurt, yours didn't have a booger on it, did it?
Nope, mine didn't.
That is a fun card. The pixelation on that thing could not have been more ill-placed. It is so funny. I've got one of my own.
All these other guys here.
What else we got?
All right. Last thing, John, for you to decide on. And you don't have to tell me right away because I've got a few of them, but I've got actual playtest cards from the 1013. So let's see. I'll just run through them kind of real quick here.
Oh, shit.
Eliminating the source, bluff Carillion blue, helicopter spot. I'll tell you what. I'll send you a list.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot in there, but they're all from 1013.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Kurt, would you like hard punch or kick for a gilded card?
I will take the kick one.
You'll take the kick.
I like that episode.
Yeah, right there. All right, that one's coming your way. Did you want an autographed card by Larry Musser or Brendan Beiser?
Do the Brandon one, I guess.
Brendan
That would
Beiser.
be Agent Pendrell, wouldn't it?
It is, yep.
Out of the two, I got affection for Manners, as everyone knows. But between those two, I would have Brendan Beiser, because when we were at File Fest, Larry Musser would sign anything you put in front of him.
Dude, yeah, I know. That dude was, yeah. All right, and then I'll send you a list of the 1013 cards as well. But yeah, John, man, congrats, man. You got some stuff coming to you, man.
And Mike, do you want to go over? So the other thing that we have to send everyone who participated in the tournament, is it those cards we have to talk to Dax about, the exclusive tournament cards, which I think we had two selected, right?
Yeah, we decided. Dax and I decided on it. He just hasn't printed it yet. Actually, I think he might have shipped them to me. I'm not sure, but you guys are going to be getting some green envelopes here real soon. And
so with that, yes, I want to thank all 14 contenders for taking part in this tournament, because, it was all you guys that collectively made this a very worthwhile event. And, of course, everyone's getting some exclusive tournament-only cards, courtesy of Dax Golding, that we'll be all sending to you guys once they reach Mike, because I believe you're right. I think Dax sent them all. So at this point, so as you said earlier regarding the uncut sheets, so Kurt and John each need to send you their respective decks, right?
So Kurt, John, and
Dave Meyer, and Alistair.
And yes, so the four. We should have those.
Kurt, I wanted to point out that you only have like 60 cards plus your agents. So, because the uncut sheet is made to print for 100 cards. So if you want, when you send Mike your list, if you want to fill it out with some other, 30 some odd other cards, so that way you don't have some white space occupying it, it's totally up to you. You can throw in some extra ones if you want,
or promos, whatever you want. Obviously these sheets, they're not going to be sheets that are ever going to be resold, because they're not going to be on the exact same paper, and they're going to say tournament 2024. It's not like they're going to be worth but what's worth anything about them is the fact that they're going to be printed on the same machine that our cards are printed on. That's the moment. So if you want something else, printed, I know Kurt, you sent me the images of you and Chris, for the agent cards. I'll absolutely put those on there. And just things like that. If you want any special requests, if you want a special certificate that says, I rock, or, whatever you want, just get a hold of me. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity to have these things printed on this machine. Just let me know.
And I want to see.
Sounds good, man. I appreciate it.
I want to see what when you guys get these framed, you have to post pictures in our Discord community, because I want to see. And maybe, John, when we do some follow-up games, maybe you fill out that space behind you.
Dude, trust me. That is an uncut sheet right there.
There you go.
Is very small on the wall.
You can put a really nice.
The stuff behind me is all sealed shit and a lot of Scooby-Doo crap and a lot of other stuff that's I don't even know what's in there. I just need to actually go through them, because whenever we move, I'm just hitting on so much crap, and I'm just oh, it's too overwhelming to even go through. I did want to point out for anybody who has not seen them, my 2 prized possessions from the last tournament that I have always loved and kept. Because those
Can I
are
ask,
seriously
John,
one of a
whose
kind.
signature is on that card?
Yeah.
Who could it be?
Is it me? Is it my signature? Is that what that is?
You and yes, Mike and Matt.
Oh, you okay? All right, cool. All right.
Yeah, you signed the I'm calling mom and coming home, or I'm calling my mom.
Oh hell yeah, dude, that's awesome.
And then
dude,
it was the Palms Tell Me was the other one.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So yeah, I just remember those from the last tournament being like, damn, I forgot I had these. These are amazing.
Well, I guess if you want, since those are being sent to the exclusive cards for this tournament are getting sent to Mike now. If you want, let him know if you want Mike to sign it again. All of you guys who are getting one, let him know if you want him to sign it before he ships it out to you.
I do remember from File Fest. It was like, it was hilarious. I mean, at least to me, because Kurt, your daughter, Chris, she comes up and she's like, "Okay, I've got this hell money with your photo. You better sign this." And I'm like, "Okay." Like it was just like the first time anyone asked me for an autograph, and I'm like, "Okay."
Maybe I gotta start charging for that.
Oh, she still has to get all her hell money put up.
Oh, I've seen the photo, and she get the whole thing, and then this David May signature. That's so beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Well, speaking of Chris, Kurt, have you and her played a whole lot of games since you bested her in the tournament?
We played a while up to the last game, and then since the last game, we haven't played at all.
Oh
it's been so
no!
busy with the holidays, and yeah.
If Chris were here right now, I would have to ask her which of you two was she rooting for? Just because, obviously, I mean, you were the one who eliminated her, so I don't know if she was in John's camp tonight or not.
She's gonna train you for the next tournament, man. You got to be,
I'm telling you, she's good. She loves doing it. So.
Yeah, it's weird. That's the one thing with these tournaments is, and hopefully, I think the Voyagers will go much quicker. Was just the lag between games a lot of times. I forgot how to play. When I was sitting there, I forgot to draw cards every turn. I just realized that when I was doing, I was like, I forgot to draw a free card every turn because I just forgot that was part of the game. It was just like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's always good. Like if you can get in that habit of like saying, okay, now briefing phase. Healing phase, just like state the phases out. That way there's no, I know you guys had that one moment in the tournament where you're kind of like, I think Kurt still thought we were in debriefing and John was in briefing. So yeah, just get in the habit of being like, okay, now we're going to switch to this phase and so forth. And then that way just, there's no, there's no hiccups in the game. But other than that, I got to quote what John Hagee said earlier. That is one of the technically best games, that he's seen, and out of the tournament ones, I'm inclined to agree. That one was a very well-paced game, and we didn't have to come in at all, Mike. We were backstage just biting our nails. We didn't have to intercede or make a ruling on everything.
There was a moment, right? There was a moment, when I sent you a text and said, "Dude, what the hell? Should we intervene?" And you're like, "They got it." And I'm like, "Okay."
Well, yeah, like I said, it was just a matter of like making sure you guys were on the same page with respect to the phases, because that's what happened when Kurt thought we were in debriefing, and John was like, "Okay, we're in briefing now. We're gonna go to send Mulder out." So yeah, that was it. And I was like, "No, they worked it out. They worked it out."
It's confusing, and because I've never had the entire team in a hospital before, except for my thing where it was just like, and so that's one of those things where you're just like, all right, still like, oh wait a minute, shit, this is all right, gotta go to this. And that was the same thing. Like that was a great play for unexplainable time loss. I didn't even think about that. If Mulder's in the bureau, boom, right? I'm like, oh,
I had to buy a turn.
That was brilliant. I was like, oh my god, I didn't even see that coming.
Yeah, most of the time we see unexplainable time loss played during the investigation, and it's usually at a site. So it's a little wonky, but I mean, we can look at. I think we might look at that for the next tournament, but it's fine because it's one of those cards that is just too ambiguous in a lot of areas. Which you guys are both in our Discord group, so like the number of times that whenever a discussion about card effects comes up, it always somehow circles back to UTL, and it's like, and then I'm like, I don't know about UTL.
Yeah, and I mean Matt and I, when we played before, he left, we used to play that. I mean, it was the same as playing red tape before your opponent had, the availability to draw, because the activator requirements, right? They're conspiracy. So bam, done. Get out of here. So I get it. I totally get it.
And so, since John already intimated briefly about the next tournament, Mike, do we want to take the time to talk about it now? I know we've been kind of reluctant to flesh it out too much while this one was still going on, but do we want to?
Oh, you mean the Voyager tournament?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I think we should absolutely get the Voyager tournament going. Now that this is over, it's a more relaxed, simple tournament, for people that don't have the Voyager promos. Mike Mackey again was super cool, got us all these Voyager promo sets, again, for people that don't have them, because I mean, if there's one thing that I've always tried to strive at on this channel, it's like, remember, Matt and I, we went to every store for 2 days to try and find and deny everything in a magazine, and we never had one, right? It was horrible. And then all of a sudden we meet the right people. We have this channel. We've got our, deny everything's coming out of our eyeballs. But we have that same appreciation for people that are looking for these cards they're hard to find. They don't have the money to spend on them, right? We want to give them away, right? So that's what we're doing with the next tournament. Very simple, just the, Voyager promos. And yeah, let's get that started, man. Let's get it going.
That's something to look forward to in 2025. And I just want to go back to something you were saying earlier about you had not. Wow, I don't know what that was. You had deny everything's coming out of your eyeballs. I shudder to think what orifice all of your not on the menus are coming out of.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because Jonathan Hagee actually sent me a crap ton of deny.
As if you need any more.
Yeah, no, deny everything's not.
Deny everything.
No. Come on, not on the menus, man. Come on, I got those. Yeah,
I got 30 now that you've sent me. Good Lord, I don't know what to do with them all. I'm gonna start sending them out.
Well, I use them as packing material. It's just it's easier to use them as packing material.
Except for David Peace, he gets Kevin Morris as packing for all the stuff we send him. So yeah.
Oh no, see. I cut out Kevin Morris stickers.
See that, David? David, if you're watching,
I think you are still watching. He got the last package. He knows.
Oh yeah, he is still watching.
Gentlemen, congratulations on a great game. Thank you so much for being a part of the tournament. I'm going to get these packages out to you soon. I'll get you the list of the playtest cards. Awesome. But again, thank you so much. Everyone has been, and I'm probably beating a dead horse here, but
just
everybody, everyone in this tournament, everyone has been so gracious in finding the time, scheduling their own games, and it's meant the world to me. It's meant such the world to me that I want to do this again. I want to do it again and again. And we'll come up with some amazing prizes. The video that I'm going to start working on in the next couple days, Steven, you know what I'm talking about. Some amazing relics that may be available. Did I cut out?
No, you didn't. Because I know what relics you're talking about, and I'm like, wow. Just when I thought we could not top ourselves in terms of tournament prizes like we did this year, what you're intimating is gonna just take it to a whole nother level. So bravo.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so much fun, just so much fun, you're
giving it away already. All right.
Just so much fun. But no, thanks, gents. Congratulations, John. Congratulations, Kurt.
Well. Both of you.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a great tournament, and I want to thank you both. From the bottom of my heart.
But
still
again,
talking to Matt.
I want to thank everyone who took part in the tournament. All 14 of you guys.
Yep. Still talking to Matt. He's not quite ready to make an appearance yet. He will soon, though. He promises me. He's just taking he's on his own path. He's taking his own time. But I'm sure we're going to hear from him real soon. So thank you guys again, and we'll see you guys next time on, I guess, a non-tournament edition of Matt and Mike and Steven's X-Files CCG.
Finger guns, everyone.
Thank you guys for putting up the tournament. Amazing.
Thanks, guys.
Good night, everyone.